another trade recap for this week. This is a trade I took on gold yesterday on Wednesday. So as we can see pretty well here, gold is quite bearish. We're displacing really strong to the downside since elections. This had a strong impact on gold price, as we can see. So one of the first things that I noticed in the London session on Wednesday were these really clean lows that we take here. So yes, price is quite bearish, but to me, as soon as we take these lows, I was looking for some kind of reaction from here. So we already see this like 4-hour candle closing bullish here. So for me, I was mainly looking for some form of highs to be taken. Either we take a high or we push back into this 4-hour imbalance here that is quite large. So moving forward on a 1 hour, where this is where I see like a very clean buy in my opinion. So yes, the overall direction on gold is still bearish, and I think we're still gonna go down. But after we take these lows, for me was enough to catch a quick move on gold. So what I was already marking beforehand, before the trade happened on the chart, was basically this area of premium and discount here. So as we can see, there were one, two favorable gaps that needed to be mitigated here in the discount area. So we have two gaps here that, in my opinion, we're gonna get hit later on. So I was expecting price to lift from here and get back into this gap so we could sell back again. So this is exactly what happened, and while this forming, I noticed we have quite a good order flow on the bullish side as well. So as I said, we take these lows, we have a nice reaction here on the 1 hour. We have order block here that is getting respected for the whole majority of time. So price doesn't close below this order block at all. So we have this order block, this 1 hour gap, which is also respected. And my eyes were, as soon as London opened, on this new gap that we created, right? So this was in Asia on Tuesday. And zooming in on a 5 minute, that's where you can see exactly the entry and what made me took this trade even more. So it was a really clean, like AMD setup here. So power of 3. Let's say H1 FEG here. So as we can see here, it looks even more clean on the 5 minute. That's also where I executed on this trade. I don't trade gold so often, but I watch it. So this was a good setup that I was willing to throw risk on. So one of the first thing that I see before my entry, this in London open basically takes out these lows, right? So price consolidates here in Asia for quite a long time. So this is what, almost 3 hour consolidation. London open manipulates price lower. We're still in this 1 hour bullish gap, and we have really nice reaction to the upside. So as soon as I see this was already London open. As soon as I see this, I start looking for areas to set some buy limits on, right? So let's clean this out quick. And this would be the first area. This would be a 5 minute fairly gap where I set my limit, right, to buy from. And this had to put my stop in the body here. It's quite large. Let's see how many points. 4 points. So I decide to take profits at this high right here because it's also a high in discount. As I said, I expect price to go higher, right? To go in this area to mitigate these imbalances. So I've set my limit here. As soon as the limit get hit, this is actually a trade I took as well. So a bit later in London, right, 6:30 New York time, but we took the buy side quite clean. We had a nice reaction, respect order flow here. Price didn't really return past this favorable gap at all. So it was a nice 2.5 risk reward trade. And as exactly as I mentioned, price as soon as it took this area show in New York a lot of displacement to the downside. So yep, gold is still gonna go lower, but this was a quick scalp